What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we're going to be showcasing a little bit of an older unit. He's about a year and 6 months old at this point. He came out March 1st of 2022. And the reason I wanted to showcase this, man, is due to the fact that the way the meta is transforming, units like this that are just a year old are pretty much useless anymore. They're not really viable in any way, shape, or form in some of the newer content. So we're actually going to take him in to the Immortal Will stage and just see how well he does. So let's just hop on in there and do that.
I will protect Earth.
Alright, let's see.
Mom made me promise that I would give it back to you.
This is something that I have to do. As a mortal living in this world.
Alright, so the rotations we have to run, we have almost no choice, is gotta get this Trunks on par with this Trunks. Now he's not till slot 7, so it's going to take me a little bit to rotate him back around. So that kind of really sucks for this first rotation. So what we'll do is this. We're going to have to do this. We're probably going to get KO'd right off the start, almost guaranteed. I don't think there's any way we could survive past this turn without having to use a damage reduction early on. But we will. We'll use a damage reduction early on just to get us in a good position. Next rotation is going to suck because we have two... I brought two supports just because I really wanted to showcase the unit itself. Let's see. We all know what this Trunks can do, so we're not too worried about this man. This man is still pretty good. Like, he just came out, so he's going to be really good. And this Gohan, we all know what this guy can do. He's just broken in his own right, so we're just going to let that be the way it is. I'm kind of worried about the Trunks at the end, I'm not going to lie. He isn't built... He's decent, but he's not built to take on these kind of contents. But the only way he can take on this content is with his best linking partner, which they're not on this rotation. Gohan with the triple quad super duper again, because that's always what he wants to do. Normally I would take on like Infinite Dragon Ball Histories for showcases, but now that this event's out and it's not it's hard, don't get me wrong, but it's not like brokenly hard to the point where you can't take any other units into it. I'm actually going to start using this as probably my showcase event. Alright, I'm going to put this Zamasu Colossus in slot 1 just because they have that chance to dodge. Gohan in slot 2, and then Mai in slot 3. And the next rotation we should have this man on, and then I could really go over. You probably hear my dog in the background. He's having fun on the floor. Alright, Zamasu and Colossus didn't dodge, no surprise. 331,000. But it's alright, it's alright. I did bring a healing item, which I'm going to activate next turn, if we make it that far, should I say. Can activate that right away. Let's see what these guys take for normals with a 40% damage reduction. Not terrible, okay. Not that bad. The super, they only took 300,000. Yeah, they had a type advantage, so that's kind of partially why they didn't take as much. But we more or less really wanted to showcase the Trunks, and he is, of course, not on until slot 7. So next turn I'm going to have to heal, and hopefully make it through the rotation, but we're going to look at his defensive stats at the start of the rotation just to see where he fits. Hopefully this Mai can actually survive, though. That's one of the key things, is if she gets KO'd for us. Oh no, she actually is pretty decent. Granted, again, that is with damage reduction, but still pretty decent. Alright, so turn 1. He shares 2 links. Yes, Rex, we hear you on the floor. So turn 1. This Trunks has 126,000 defense and 238,000 attack. How he works, well, first off, he's in Trusted Will or Android / Cell Saga, Key 3, 130 to HP, 170 to attack and defense. His super attack is Flashblade. I get an incense burning. Flashblade raises defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. Passive, attacking defense 100%, plus additional attacking defense 100% when attacking. Great chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks. Launch another additional attack that has a great chance to become a super attack every time the character attacks 3 times in battle. and he needs 6 attacks to be able to transform to that form. So let's just do this. As you can see, those are what our stats look like. We are going to activate the healing item. He only had 126,000, so that won't really affect anything. It just shot him up to 184, which again does not matter too much. It's not going to make that huge of a difference in the final slot. So let's just let the Gohan and the Trunks hit there. And then we really just want, and this way it'll showcase him without really having damage reduction on him. Rex is just having a blast on the floor. It'll show him without having any real damage reduction on him. Hopefully the Trunks Super is one of these 2 units instead of the AGL Trunks at the end. I really don't want him to get Super just yet. I'd like to get him to transform into a Super Saiyan form. Because when he's in a Super Saiyan form, he actually greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and he can do 2 to 3 per turn, which might actually make him just a little bit better. But I can tell you right now, he is not usable in red zones, and probably not even this event, to be honest. You're going to have to really protect him for the whole fight until he gets to a usable point. And even then, he really isn't super usable because he only stacks it for that 1 turn. So you'll have to just hope that R&D is literally on your side constantly. Okay, yes, he's supering the other Trunks. Perfect. Double super, defense raise, we should be alright. Yep, 42k. Alright, perfect, perfect, perfect. So that gives us a chance to rotate over. Alright, let's see. 4.15 million. Yeah, so he hits pretty decent. Like, the guy still hits pretty hard, at least a 4 mil attack stat, no question. He's heavily based on, see, only 1 super so far, so that only raises defense once. This is his guaranteed after doing 3 attacks, he gets his 4th super, or 4th attack, so there's his 4th super. 2nd super, 4th attack. 33 damage. Mind you, that's a double super with a defensive item on. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. Put the Gohan in slot 1. Put him like this. Put them like that. We actually might finish this stage off without even wanting to be honest. I'm hoping we don't. Because I wanted to get the 2 Trunkses side by side. We might not even get to see that Trunks transform. That shows you how terrible his transformation condition is after doing 6 attacks. It's really hard to get to actually come around and activate. So it's not the most ideal, which also makes this shorter form content, makes him kind of worthless for it. And like I said, realistically, we still have the damage reduction from the path of all 80%. Yeah, we do. Okay, we're good. So long that he supered him, that's perfect. This Trunks is actually surprisingly decent. He's not as good as I would want him to be, but he's pretty decent. They're all like level 10 too, by the way. Gowasu and Zamasu, I like them. They fit really well with the defensive support. We'll have the Trunks and Mai on, I think, the same turn. Actually, no, we won't. We'll have Trunks and Mai next turn, though. Alright, so yeah, now we transform into the Spirit Bomb. Or Spirit Sword, whatever. Sword of Hope. Alright, let's see. We actually might finish this off this rotation as much as I don't want to. As much as I really don't want to, we might finish it off. And if we do, we do. Then I mean that'll just be the end of the showcase for that Trunks because, like I said, we're not going to get to actually have him transform into Super Saiyan because it takes him 6 different attacks, and then the following turn he can transform. 6 attacks in the following turn. So that shows you how long it's going to take, especially in one of these events where they're short-term events and they're not meant to be long-form content, where you actually have to quickly beat the event because you take so much damage. A unit like that can't take the hits is just going to get completely demolished. So, I mean, again, not knocking the unit, not saying it's bad, because it's not terrible, but it's not made for this kind of content. He's not horrible for longer form content probably, but he's not made for this shorter form. Yeah, so we're definitely not going to get to see... We're definitely not going to get to see him again, especially... if this Trunks doesn't hit a crit here, we might get to bring him around one more time. Unless if this Trunks wants to do like 8 supers, because he's already on 4. We might actually get the chance to bring him around one time to do 1 super, because Mai won't finish him off because he's Fizz. Dodge. Dodge. Dodge, perfect. Alright, so here we go. Here is the most ideal situation for this guy, except for he doesn't have Super Saiyan right now. We do have a damage reduction on, mind you. We do have a damage reduction item on. We do have his most ideal defensive partner. The only link he's missing, I think, is Super Saiyan, because he has 4 links with him now. He gains... Let me see specifically what he gains. He gains Super Saiyan. That's it. So he'd go up to 5 links. So yes, he would gain the Super Saiyan link is all he's losing. So he's only losing a little bit of attack stat right now. So when he transforms, that's what his defensive stats going to look like, 158,000. So let's see what he takes from attacks from this Trunks pre-super attack. 246,000. Not great. That's with a damage reduction. He's taking almost 250,000, but he still hits pretty hard. I mean, you could theoretically run him on this team. You'd probably have to protect him for a few turns, definitely, to make him actually viable for these events. But other than that, I mean, the unit, again, mine, well, see, here's a big thing that's also, mine's 100%, link level 10. So he fits to a lot of categories where some units don't, or not categories, I'm sorry, has that extra little bit of defense and offense that some units don't. If you were running a 55% variation of this unit, you probably wouldn't have that same style of advantage as mine would. But thank you guys for watching. And my final decision on this unit is you could try to run him. I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot better. But that also tails into my point of saying how units that were just made less than a year ago are completely out of the meta already, and they're almost not useful in any of the new difficult content. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. See you guys then.